drink some beer! It's 93.7 KAZY and the Craft Beer Buzz here on this Wednesday night in Cheyenne. I am Tommy T, along with
Chuckerdoo and our resident
K2.
K2.
Yeah. And we're going to try and get a sound effect for you here. And let's play What Is This Sound?
I don't think it's working.
I can hear it.
Can you?
Yes.
So delicate.
There's a little light whistling sound. It's probably not going to come up out in the air, anybody, but...
There's dolphins somewhere, like,
Chuck
Mom?
dolphins and dogs heard it, but chances are the
right.
listeners haven't heard it.
There's
But
dogs running across Lincoln Way right now.
but you get a little bit of a whistling noise. I turned that microphone up as high as I could go, so I could hear it just a little bit, and I have my headphones on here. So
Well, if you couldn't hear it, it sounded like... I'm just kidding. But we do have a 5-liter mini keg of Oberon that is just sweating all over the studio table right now. Oberon being the cult classic wheat beer from Bell's Brewing Company, which is one of the most prestigious brewing companies in the country, and we are now the proud distributors of that beer at Cheyenne Beverage. And we are drinking one beer instead of multiple beers this show. We're just gonna kill this.
and you can find this all over Cheyenne.
It'll start rolling out.
Oh.
Our Bell's beers will start rolling out tomorrow, and some of the first trucks of the week to go out. And of course, it just depends on which accounts are taking what beer and all that.
Yep.
But over the course of the next 2 weeks, you'll see a pretty big Bell's roll out. We have a limited quantity of these mini kegs available, so that's going to be something that when you see it, you should buy it. Because it's obviously not something that we're going to stock a huge amount of. This is just kind of our like super duper high $5 fellow craft nerds in town that really want to get down the old school way with us. And then as the month goes on, you should definitely follow the social media presence Cheyenne Beverage has. Subscribe to our events page on Facebook. We're going to have a lot of Bell's launch events with some really cool stuff. Bell's actually dug some beers out of their cellar for us. Some vintage stuff we're going to be able to tap. We'll have some stuff tapping that you can't get in bottle or can. It's going to be a really interesting month for craft fans here in Cheyenne.
I was about to ask it. That's going to be here in Cheyenne. You're going to be able to find all them beers here.
Yep, absolutely.
That's awesome.
I mean, people that are beer nerds and they know Bell's, when I say things like 2015 vintage cherry stout, right now I can hear them around town, ears perking up like it's. And then Chuck learning to pour a beer over here for the first time.
Well, it's I got a weird angle at a mini keg. It's not a normal pouring device. It's people wonder why the studio smells the way it does. It's me. It's me. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we keep talking about this mini keg. If you haven't seen one before, you may have seen one before. Like I think Heineken still sells them fairly often, but this is one you actually want to drink. So it is basically just a small. It's just slightly larger than like a milk jug, but it holds more beer than a milk jug, and it's just metal, and it's your own draft Oberon in a little cask. Which, if you want to try and tackle one yourself, not recommended, but whatever. Or it's usually best to share with friends.
And this is something different from like those ones I think I've seen for like Budweiser, to where you actually have another, I guess, apparatus that you would buy a jug and attach it to that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. This is just self-contained, and it's just designed to be, with Budweiser and whatnot, like you can drink so much, but then you're going to need an apparatus to like try and keep it fresh.
Yeah.
You don't do that with Oberon. Like when it opens, you just want to drink it all as fast as you can.
Yeah. And look at what we're doing here just on a Wednesday night in Cheyenne.
Oh,
with this.
totally. We're doing a great job.
I mean,
so far.
if we're talking like we want to have people like have their garage nights, listen to the Craft Beer Buzz.
Totally.
Right there.
Perfect. Yep. Snag one of these. Definitely snag one of these before they're gone, because we didn't get many. So if you get an opportunity, and honestly, for 5 liters of beer, it's not that pricey.
No, it's going to be a good price on them. I mean, it's going to vary by location. We can't, even begin to guess what the actual customer price will be, because there's liquor stores do things differently around town. But
I think it would be safe to say, though, somewhere between like $25 to $30.
Okay.
Oh, if that even.
I think would be safe to say for one of these things, which is pretty cool, and they're a lot of fun. So there was so I got an opportunity to go out and visit the brewing company recently, and I saw the machine that produces these things, and it's I don't know. It's not. You could probably fit it maybe in the size of both the studios we're next to right now.
Okay.
It's not very big, but it takes a crew of people to operate this thing, and then their canning line, which is this monstrosity of a machine. The amount of people it takes to run this tiny little mini keg filler machine, which is very hand operated. It's the same amount of people it takes to run the actual canning line for this brewing company that's producing cans for 42 states.
Good, so they're putting people to work.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, right on. So it's not a bunch of robots making this. This is like practically handmade.
Oh, it really is.
Close to.
Yeah.
And the beer inside as well.
As
well
as the beer
and that's,
inside.
Right on.
That's what Michigan needs right now is people put to work.
Yeah. Wyoming, too.
Everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we should just start making mini keg productions here in Wyoming. We'll just put everyone to work.
You always did look good in a leather Craftsman apron.
Unfortunately, I have to have that little fabric beard thing covering my face
Oh,
and my
yeah,
mustache
man, that sucks.
and my head.
We'd all have to have that crap on.
We'd be out of luck there, definitely.
Yep.
But the funny thing was, when they were operating this 5-liter machine, though, it looked like a cocaine operation. Like everyone was just like wearing like aprons and no clothing. It was really weird. It was just, I don't know. I don't know if it's for like stealing or if that was like a sanitary thing. It was
Probably because it's like 500 degrees in there.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I'm gonna guess at least a modicum of clothing, right? Please, like
well, an apron.
Okay. Very good, very good. And on that note,
And everyone was scratching themselves. It was, I don't know. It was weird. It's gross.
But they had gloves on while they were scratching themselves, or
Yes.
they took the gloves off, scratched themselves,
it's
and put the gloves
absolutely
back
sanitary. Absolutely
Okay,
sanitary.
okay.
we should mention at this point in the tour, Chuck was 3 mini kegs in, so his memory could be subject to terms and conditions may apply.
Maybe I was watching Breaking Bad.
Oh,
That's what it
wait a
was. I was
minute.
watching
It was-
Breaking Bad on the plane ride back.
Well, you had the last channel button in the hotel going, so it was like Breaking Bad, Skinamax, Breaking Bad, Skinamax. As you drank beer,
After
it all just kind of
hours.
ran together. Hey,
That was a good night.
hey, bearded beer man.
Oh man, if they actually said that, I'd be like, that hotel would get like a 5-star rating.
Yeah,
The TV loves me.
yeah. It's the old Ron White thing. Are you naked on a beanbag eating Cheetos?
I'm not lonely anymore. Oh man. So you still digging the beer, Tommy?
I'm still digging the beer.
Let's see here. At this point, let's see. I've had a refill. You've had a refill.
We've all
I'm
had
circling
refills.
around.
Yeah,
I've
Kyle's
had
about
some.
to have a refill. At that point, I think we'll have been through segment 2, each through a liter.
Nice.
Okay.
Don't.
What do we say? 33 ounces is a liter?
Yes.
That's what Google said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm so glad my wife doesn't listen to the radio at all. So,
Or our boss.
Of course, what
Yeah.
we also have to determine, too, in Radioland is, are we actually telling the truth, or are we just using the 1-ounce sample cups like we always do?
I don't know. We've been pretty honest and forthcoming on this show. I mean,
We
there's
have
no beer snobbery going on here, no beer egos,
Nope.
And so there's no reason
been
for
pretty
us to, BS people.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Well said, Tommy.
it's authenticity in the product we deliver.
All right, well, I guess we're about ready to get into our third segment here as we take a break here and refill,
Yeah, we're probably going to have
reuse,
to...
and
I think on segment 3 we should those of us who qualify we should talk about our first Bell's experience we remember as
Love it.
young enthusiastic craft drinkers.
Did you just have yours, Tommy?
I was about to say,
All right, we'll start there.
yeah.
All right, so coming up next in just a few minutes, come back to listen to just more nonsense. If you actually come back, I think that would be charity.
That would be very nice if you do.
Well, we'd
that.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure. Oh, all right.
All right.
Well, we'll be back in a few moments with more Craft Beer Buzz,
on 93.7 KZ.
sponsored by the Peppermill.
Thanks, Peppermill.
Thanks, Peppermill.